I'm working on a new quilt and I thought I would show you guys a step-by-step on how to make these Sawtooth quilt blocks, so let's do it. I have a finish here just for reference. So this middle square is a 5.5-inch square that's going to go in the middle. I have 4 of these 3-inch squares, and this is going to be these little side blocks here. So 4 of those. I have 4 3.5-inch squares, and these are going to be the points of your sawtooth. And then lastly, I have a 6.25-inch square. This is going to be border fabric as well. This is this part of the flying geese. So now that you have all of your fabric cut, let's go ahead and assemble. So down I have my 6.25-inch block. I'm taking 2 of my 3.5-inch blocks and I'm putting them right sides together like so on the corners. And then I'm going to make a diagonal line here, pin it in place, and I'm going to sew a scant 1/4 inch on both sides of the line. This just means a little less than a 1/4 inch. So you're going to have this, and I'm going to cut right on that line that we drew, and you're going to have a seam on both sides. You should have 2 of these when you're done. Then we're going to take another 3.5-inch block and put it on the corner like so, and we're going to do this on both pieces, and then we're going to draw a line like we just did, connecting the 2 points, and then again that scant 1/4 inch seam right here. We're going to cut it out, and then you should have 4 of these. I went over and pressed these flat with my iron, and then we just have to kind of trim them down a bit. They are 3 inches by 5.5 inches. That's what you're trimming. Just make sure everything's centered. Then we're going to assemble our block. So I'm just doing my layout here like so. And then we're going to start by sewing the top row, these 2 pieces right sides together, then the 3rd piece right sides together. These are all 1/4 inch. I'm doing the exact same thing on the bottom row. And then we will sew the sides onto the center block, again, a 1/4 inch all the way down. And then we're going to sew the other side on. And then we're going to assemble by flipping the top row right side together on top. And then I'm just nesting my seams, which means I'm flipping my top seam one way and my bottom seam the other so that they nest perfectly. And then we'll have this. We're going to do the exact same thing on the bottom. If your seam allowance was correct, your seam should line up and nest perfectly together, hopefully. Then I'm just going to iron it. You can see this is a 10-inch block when it's all finished, and this little guy is all done. Let me know if you try it.